this story. So it comes from CBS Sports. It says here, says the league, according to several sources in NFL media, the league is well aware of the ballooning quarterback salaries after Trevor Lawrence's deal. Every quarterback was celebrating because every quarterback after that's thinking, including the ones who are up for deals and the ones who will be up for deals in the future, if Trevor Lawrence can get 55 mil a year, then you can make the argument for a lot of other quarterbacks that can make that kind of money. You can make the argument for Jordan Love. You can make the argument for, Brock Purdy could make that argument, whatever. He's up, like it could eat. Now, a lot of quarterbacks can make that, 55 mil a year. I mean, if he can get it, why am I not deserving? Look what I've accomplished. Look what I've done. So with that being said, this report says that Tom Pelissero says that at some point, he believes that the owners will pursue a potential quarterback cap, like a quarterback salary cap, because they don't want the quarterback salaries to go beyond a certain percentage of the salary cap.
Yeah.
And right now, Joe Burrow is at 25% of their salary cap. And, obviously the salaries will increase, but the salary cap number also increases. So even though the quarterback position is taking up more and more of the salary cap, and I mean, there's no reason to think that that's going to slow down, but the salary cap also is going to continue to explode because of legalized gambling being a part of that now, the new TV contracts, new streaming deals, and all that being a part of it. So it's all going to continue to grow. But they said they do have a concern about that. So the NBA model is something that Pelissero noted that they may research, looking at the NBA's current max and super max restrictions for free agents and long-term contracts.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why I think they would like looking into this, is because it does put barriers on max versus super max that I think a lot of owners would like, which is, we walk into the conversation and it doesn't matter if you're Trevor Lawrence or Aaron Rodgers. I have to treat you like you're a 5-time MVP and a Super Bowl champion, because you're just going to walk. Because you're going to threaten to walk as soon as I say anything negative. You're like, okay, conversation's over. You're paying me 55 or I'm walking.
Yeah.
And so if they can say, well, we're going to give you the max, but because you're not all pro, because you've only done these things, I can only pay you this amount. So I'll pay you the max I can, but this contract negotiation will go much quicker. This is the max you can get. So it incentivizes the players to be all pro. It incentivizes the players to get higher, achievements. But the issue is, for the NFL now, you just have to be a good enough starter and you can be a top paid quarterback, but you don't have to necessarily be one of the best. There is no, the divider between the best quarterback pay and, technically now the best quarterback's what, the 10th highest paid quarterback?
Yes.
So
just annual average salary. Yes. Average annual.
So I think that kind of model of building something where if you're all pro, if you have an MVP or whatever else, you're eligible for the Supermax, which means then you do get into that 60 million, that 25% range, but you'd be more closer to the 20%, 15 to 20% of the salary cap range if you're Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. No, I listen, I understand why the owners want it. And It makes a lot of sense. Fiscally, it makes perfect sense, actually. And it would bring some clarity to why you're paying guys, why guys are deserving of this money, rather than kind of this, it's kind of this fog that we're in now where, hey, man, if this quarterback gets it, then why am I not deserving of that? And so, yes, you can put more defined stipulations into those negotiations. I just think for the at the macro level, looking at it, the NFL, the only position right now in the NFL that is able to demand market value and get anything close to guaranteed money in these contracts, really, like in terms of getting the whole thing guaranteed, anything close to being what a Major League Baseball salary is or Major League NBA salary is the quarterback position. And if they allow these owners now to cap it without without all of the guarantees that you get as an NBA player, of course you can cap it as an NBA player. I don't give a damn about the max salary. Look how much I'm making, period. I'm getting guaranteed money. I signed that deal. It's all guaranteed, period. The NFL career is 3.5 years, period. And now the one position that can continue to lift the kind of economic tide of all the positions, period, is quarterback, and they're gonna cap it. They're gonna cap it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, think about. I'm thinking about from a players' association perspective. It's horrible.
Well,
Consider that should be the position that right now that should be leading the way in getting more guaranteed salaries and winning more negotiations for the NFL. But the owners are going to cap it and take and kind of really take away the only real substantive market value position that actually can get guaranteed money. They're going to take it away.
If I'm the rest of the league, and I think this is what the owners will basically put out to the rest of the league, these guys are stealing your money. There's a salary cap, and they are taking all. If we're paying them 50% of the salary cap, that means all of y'all make less money, so one guy can get rich, and all y'all are going to lose out. And I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying that's what they're going to sell the rest of the players.
No, trust me. Class warfare is what they do really, really well. And they're going to win that. There's no doubt about it. But that's kind of, I agree. That's kind of flawed logic, but you're right. They could argue that. But my point being, the Players Association, they shouldn't allow this to happen. They should fight against it. Because with that on top of the rookie wage scale, oh man, and the lack of guaranteed salaries just all throughout the sport, and the shelf life being so short in the NFL compared to other sports, dude. Yeah, it's like I said, it's a bad precedent to set.
I think it is.
It's the only power position you have, really, in your ongoing struggle in labor versus management in the NFL, which, by the way, you lose every time.
Yeah.